Christine, welcome to Book Talk. Today we are discussing Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi, whose name is very, very close to Veronica Roth's, and so I have seen this book many a time at the bookstores right next to Divergent. Under the Never Sky, it is dystopian to the point where I would actually kind of call it a blend between that and sci-fi. And it's not sci-fi in alien sense, but sci-fi in the sense that we're so far in the future, it's just completely weird. I was expecting zombies. I don't know why. It just looks like a zombie sort of thing to me. No, there are no zombies. The end of the world in this series has been brought upon by a whole new thing that I have never even considered. Aether. It's like a swirl of electric energy, and there are storms, aether storms. It kind of comes down like a tornado. So that's been going on for a while. And humanity, in order to survive, split into these two groups. There's the dwellers that live kind of like mole people in underground cities, and the outsiders who live on the earth in kind of Native American type of fashion. And they both look upon each other with disdain. The mole people are kind of what I could picture us as right now society if we went and lived underground in one spot and just stayed there for 300 years. Our main character, Arya, is a dweller, a mole person, and our other main character, Peregrine, everyone calls him Perry. But in the book, it says his full name is Pergerine. It's actually Peregrine. Peregrine. So, we could add that to my list. Now, I'm not going to say I'm absolutely in love with this book because I'm not. There's something about it. I was just not as connected to the characters. I like the characters. I just don't feel them as much. I'm saying that, but I'm telling you, I need to read the next one. It's not like I didn't like it. The world was so intriguing. I mean, I couldn't stop reading it. I kind of felt like I was kind of floating with no one to grab onto, especially the first half of the book. That's all I'm gonna say for the non-spoilery section. Go read the book if you're interested, and then come back and we can discuss. Okay, I'm coming up with the conclusion that we didn't see enough of Arya before she was thrown out of her dweller home. She has to tell us that she's a singer. She has to tell us that she asks questions all the time. She says she wants to be that girl that she used to be. But we never really see that girl except during that one flashback where she was really bratty to her mother. We don't see her relationship with Paisley. That, I think, really hurt her development as a character. We don't see her transform because we don't know what she was like before. That period of time where they hated each other, I don't think I've seen any two characters that are each other's love interests hate each other as much in the beginning of the book as Arya and Peregrine. Arya and Perry are so abrasive and they're so mean, and it just made me not like either of them for a long time. The dweller. Savages! What reason do you have to hate them so much? I read this book driven by wanting to see how their relationship played out, because I knew they were gonna be together. You get this character Roar who helps their relationship go along, and I really like Roar. I was so afraid they were gonna kill him off there toward the end. I picture him kind of like a combination of Jack Sparrow and Will Turner. Can't go wrong there. I loved Roar. I really want to meet Liv. That girl seems pretty cool. I hope she's reunited with Roar. I hope that works out. It annoys me that Perry still isn't behind that ship. The end situation. Couldn't they have agreed that she would go in and find her mom and then come out again? Did she really think she was gonna be welcomed with open arms back into dweller society-dom? Really, Arya? You're excommunicated. They should have had an agreement that she'd go in, find her mom, and then come back out and let them know how it went. And then they could work something out. Let's talk about this idea of realms. Arya basically lives in a video game her entire life, being able to live in a dream, but share it with everyone. So it's a video game. You're always on Xbox 360 and you can design it with your brain. Element Ether, the sepia card, has caused human mutations. I was not expecting that supernatural twist after there were no zombies. And then we meet Cinder. He's basically the bomb guy from Heroes. I didn't know you could smell emotions. That was an interesting thing. The idea that she didn't know that she had her period for the first time. So bad. That is so embarrassing. The name Bloodlord just really turns me off to the idea of being Bloodlord. Why the evil vampire name? If that doesn't sound like a vampire, I don't know what does. I'm curious as to this blue sky place. This blue still, just the smart eye thing. How your brain now is attached to a computer basically, and you look like a pirate at all the times. I love when their relationship turns. It happens so quickly. All of a sudden, Perry's like, oh, I was hoping you'd come up here to sit with me. And I know he was hoping that the whole time, but the fact that he finally says it out loud and he doesn't just act really shy about it. It was a weird turn. It just went 180. I ship Ari. I want them to be together. Roar can read thoughts too. What? That's a lot of power. That just goes from sense heightenedness to Edward Cullen ability. Yeah, I don't know. I want to read the next book. So I really enjoyed the book. I'm just a little, it's just something off about it for me. I don't know what it is exactly. I feel disconnected as a reader. What did you guys think? And I don't know how this is gonna play out. Obviously, we're gonna eventually find the blue sky place, or else we'll eventually find out that's just a myth and everyone dies. That's the way it would go if it was gonna be a depressing series. And if it's not gonna be depressing, we're all gonna find it, and eventually dwellers and savages will live together in harmony. It's going to be an uphill battle, but that's where the optimistic ending is. The depressing ending is that we all die from the aether storms, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's where we're going, but we're gonna find Liv. We're gonna have to move the whole Tides camp. I don't know if Arya's gonna be accepted there, but I hope she becomes Queen Bloodlord at that camp, and her and Perry have lots of little double-scented children, double-skired children. It's interesting also how Arya's dwellerness turns off when she's not in the dweller house. I don't understand how that works. Do they have birth control in the air? Are you just infertile while you're living there? Is that maybe that's why they don't want them leaving. They just start turning back into regular humans, and our heightened sense just appears. This DSL syndrome, my hope is that all the dwellers just destroy each other. I want Councilman Hess dead. I want Soren dead in the ground. When they were setting that fire inside, it's like, do you not know that fire breathes off of oxygen and you're in a freaking bubble? So you're just gonna suffocate yourself. I don't know what to expect. I'm excited to see where the series goes. I'm excited to feel hopefully more connected to our main lead characters. Share your thoughts. What did you like? What did you not like? What were your favorite scenes? I loved when her dweller smell actually started wearing off. I guess it was just the smell of the air from living in there. The air that's toxic and making you infertile. They finally started connecting after that, because you can't connect with someone who smells. It very much reminded me of Twilight, when the vampires and the werewolves, don't like to go near each other because they stink. I know the second book is out, so I'm gonna get reading that, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Christine. Bye!